just wondering what your conversations have been like with the health performance staff and with Quinn, just as far as you finally getting to play in back-to-back games the other night.
Our conversations have been, very transparent, and we, are working together to do what's best, I think, for myself and the team. And I told him after the Phoenix game on the plane ride back that I was prepared to play. Felt really good, and been waiting to play in the back-to-back. So it was a big 2 games that we needed to, we needed as many people as possible, especially with Jordan Clarkson being a late scratch there. So it's just been really transparent, and they've been working with me the whole way.
Was that the first time that you felt like you were capable of playing in back-to-backs, or did you feel maybe a little extra urgency to do it because of Jordan's injury situation?
I've felt like I can play in every back-to-back, but it's that's why we have our staff here to kind of protect me from myself a lot of times. But I think Jordan's situation too also had a little bit to do with it. But even before I knew that he wasn't playing, I told him I was planning on playing regardless of what they're going to recommend.
Kristen Kenny, Just TV.
Mike, when De'Aaron Fox drives to the basket and plays with so much pace, how do you counter that? What do you guys try to do?
Oh man, he's one of the elites at going from end to end. And when you're playing against players like that with that caliber speed and athleticism, it's a group, it's a collective effort to try to get back and build a wall, to try to keep him out of the paint. And because he's the guy that makes his team go, and he's the engine. He's the guy that scores and facilitates, and is only getting better as the days go on. So as a team, we just have to continue to communicate and work ourselves back in transition as quick as possible, just to try to slow him down.
Next up, Sarah Todd, Deseret News.
Mike, you guys have been one of the few teams that there's been, no real big COVID problems, no real big injuries. You guys have been relatively healthy all season. Do you guys talk about that? Has there been any treatment changes, like you guys are doing treatment differently, or that you're lucky that it just has fallen this way?
I think it's a little bit of everything. I know that our performance staff has done a great job with us, even leading up to the season. Our coaches have done a great job of monitoring situations and practices, and limiting shoot arounds, and what time we travel and how much sleep we get. I mean, to our chefs and what we eat, everything it plays a part. And obviously, you need a little bit of luck. It is a long season, and a lot of things happen and a lot of moving parts. So we've been fortunate on that end.
Do you feel like maybe this season in particular, there was maybe a little bit more attention to detail to those things because it was so truncated?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think it was easily more of an emphasis, just basically, if you look at COVID and how the protocols changed for us and all the things we have to do just to get into the facility every day, and the checks and balances that we have to have at home, and people who come in and out of town, like all the things that, we're constantly thinking about, kind of force us all to be a little bit more responsible as individuals. And I think it's carried over to each guy on our team.
Ryan Miller, KSL.
Yeah, going back to the back-to-backs, did you feel any different yesterday as you were recovering from that, or was it all the same?
I still felt the same. Nothing popped out, nothing was new. It's just your normal 33-year-old body, just aches and pains here and there. But felt good to be out there and be able to know that I feel just fine in the back-to-back, and if I'm needed, or there's big games, I know I'm ready for that kind of workload.
Last one, follow up from Eric Walden.
Mike, that's not even specific to you and your injury management situation, but just you guys are just coming off a stretch of 3 games in 4 nights. Tonight you start another stretch of 3 games in 4 nights. How difficult are those physically to kind of, make it through, just, especially as a 33-year-old, especially as, with this season being truncated and compressed and condensed. And how do you wind up feeling after those 3 games?
Yeah, it's tough, especially with the season we're having, the success we've had, guys want to compete, we want to play. Nobody wants to sit out, nobody wants to miss out on opportunities to go out there and have fun with each other and compete at the highest level. But with that being said, you're stacking all these games, one after another, and before you know it, you've played 10 and 15 or 20 and 28 nights, and you don't even realize how much basketball you've played, and your body just lets you know by you get a slight pull or something like that, or like you really sore the next morning, or it's hard to get out of bed, whatever it is, like it hits you kind of quickly and kind of sudden. So I think that's why our performance staff and health staff done a great job of kind of being the overseers, the big brother that's watching over us, making sure that we understand that, hey, this might not be a game for you to play, and this might be one that you limit your minutes. This might be one that we look at different options just to protect you from yourself and keep our team healthy and pushing forward.
All right, that's all. Thank you, Mike.
All right, thank you.